Hi, Aries. Happy September. I hope you're doing well. Okay. All right. I think you guys have the most messages out of anyone. But there is, I think, and I can see it in the cards too. Let's go through the cards. Let's go through the cards first. Um, you've got the Ace of Coins. This is huge. Wait till you hear your messages. Huge. Huge. Okay. We come in with the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Lover's card. Okay. Huge, Aries, huge. Okay. And our advice is the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands. They're paths. Paths. Oh, T-H, P-A-T-H-S. I'm sorry. That's one word that just gets me every time. Okay. And our outbound is the King of Coins. Boom. Okay. All right. Now, what I think is happening here is you're at there's a pass here, right? First of all, before I forget this, be careful with contracts of any sort. There's something in here about there might be a breach in there somewhere. You may make a breach. Watch how you be careful with contracts. It may contain a breach of trust that brings about a lawsuit, right? I know I have clients that are merging companies and other things, other legal things. So, and I know that they've got Aries in there. The other thing, don't let people push you into a corner. Aries is normally that's not going to happen, but even in relationships that never works well because Aries needs to be going, right? They get very they do not do well in a holding pattern, which so I really was kind of shocked that that was a message because I don't know how that would happen, but I guess it could. Okay. So be careful of that, and that's what I think the Five of Wands is about. I think that it's be careful of also where you're putting your attention. That Five of Wands is just conflict going on. I think we got that in either Friday or the Weekend's Throw also, and it's really just about being discerning where you're putting your efforts and not being involved in the nonsense that's going on around you, right? So that's that. Active communication. I think too, we've got the Hermit here, the Hierophant, and the Lover's card, which is choices, right? In here, guys, it is choice, right? It is. I'm telling you, it is. I think that you're going to be more social now than wanting to be secluded, right? That's why I think that there's the Three of Swords, right? Our advice in here is the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. Be discerning where you're putting your time and your efforts, what you're getting involved in. Don't waste your energy on things that are going to pull you off of your path. And the Three of Wands is about communication too, okay? So, public forums. I think that you're looking to get a word out now, and it's going to make sense to you when I tell you what the ending messages are. I think to be a little soft factor in your communication. I know I can tell you I'm an Aries too, and there's never ill intent. There really isn't. But I'm a straight shooter, and sometimes I don't think, right? Like the more not fragile signs, but gentler, more. Sometimes I think that it might. I often worry when I get like a reading that I've got to put out, and it's hard, right? I have to be authentic to myself and put it out because I know I've got to push the punch there because it's important. But I also don't want to offend someone, right? So that's the delicate balance that I think, and I can feel that too. It's the delicate balance that you're being asked to really pay attention to this time. Well, for right now. It's just, I think it's being more conservative in your delivery of things, okay? And I don't think convey a sense of concern. I don't think Aries has a problem with that because it's never, so anyway, just keep that in mind. I mean, it must mean something to someone. I guess I can do it sometimes too, I guess. Not intentionally, but be more conservative in your speech and just write this down if you even have to. That people I think are more confused, more sensitive right now. So I think that it's just a lot for everyone right now. So maybe being such a strong sign, we're being asked to really just knock it down a little bit somehow, right? You'll each find your own way to do that. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting, okay? You know that you're here for a purpose, a bigger purpose, a grander purpose. That's what keeps you going. And you know that you're being watched every step of the way, right? I assure you that's what's happening. Okay. Watching you like from, you have divine guidance, not a stalker in the bush. All right, let me just reiterate that. You are here to do dynamic things, okay? And I think that you know this from the beginning too. Like you just know that your life is just different, right? And it is different. Your destiny will be fulfilled no matter how many roadblocks or detours that you take. Know that it will be fulfilled, okay? There's a higher vibration that you acknowledge, but you're supposed to pass it on. Just pass on what you know, right? And it doesn't need to be on any forum, but I think that given that you're going to be more extroverted than introverted right now, and it's critical to get whatever platform you're using and whatever your platform is out to the masses right now. So that could be social media, that could be whatever platform that is to you, right? Because what's happening is you're supposed to teach now to people that are here to listen, right? And when we do that, they show up. Before I do any video, I always ask, please let the people that need to hear what I have to say hear what I have to say and be able to find me. And I let it go at that. And I know that it's exactly how it should be, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? So know that that's what you're doing. Now, the other thing is, there is also, you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny, two very separate things. If you don't know the two, by the time you leave this video, I'm going to do my best to explain it. But if you don't know what it is, look up what both of those words are, and they're vastly different. Fate is the hand you're given. How you play that hand is your destiny, and you do have free will in that. Destiny is a choice. It's an opportunity. You have to take it. It's not going to be handed to you, okay? So, okay. There's a unique map, and I know this to be true. You don't have to agree. That's absolutely fine too, but I know this to be true. So, um, but sometimes when we uh, make mistakes or make detours or whatever, we think we're thrown off our path. We're not. Um, uh, you're on a unique path, I guess, is what I'm saying here. Um, Fate are the events in your life that are meant to happen. Success in business, failure in business. Success in romance, failure in romance. Success in friendships. It's the polarities of life, right? They're all fated for us for a reason. That's why I really am a strong advocate of just embracing everything. And then when, soul mates, and I'm throwing this word out here because they're people that come into our lives when we need them to come into our lives, and they leave our lives when they're meant to leave our lives. And other people come in and they go out, and I get it. It's hard for me too. I'm not discounting that, but when we stay in relationships and stuff that are longer than the expiration date and we don't release them, this is where uh, destiny comes in. And at that point, we're being given opportunities, but we have to seize them, right? And if we're sticking into something because we're afraid of the unknown, we're kind of missing that opportunity, that destiny opportunity. It will show up in another way, but why not grab these things in the natural, organic order of things, right? That's where I'm going with this. Anyway, now is one of these times, okay? So the things that are going on, the platforms that you're choosing, the words that you're speaking. That's why I think a softer tone, and I can feel this too. So I fly blind with this because I'm not a candy coater, and I won't be. But I know sometimes my verbiage is hard. I know that, and that's my lesson through this journey is to. That's one of my things. I know that, right, and I deal with it. But I lost my. Um, I guess fate is inviting you into your destiny. So things are going to cross your path that are fated for you, right? But there's also going to be opportunities that show up for you. That's why I think they were saying you are divinely guided. You've been divinely guided from the beginning, and now the things that you think that there's a sense of urgency here. So that's why I think you're going to be more extroverted than introverted. Aries, as much as they have stuff to say, right, and as much as example would be me doing this platform, it's not my comfort zone. As you can all tell, I'm a very private, reserved person. But I feel this too over the last couple of years, that it's very crucial that we need to do these things in mass quantity now. It's not a time that we have the option of staying in our comfort zone. It's our responsibility, and we're all here for a piece of this puzzle, right? So that's where I'm going with this. So that's what this means, that your choices that you're making now in the Lover card is long term, and it's destined and fated. That's what the Hierophant in the middle is representing, and the Hermit over here is saying that it's not a time to go within. It's a time to spread that wisdom externally, right? So this is wonderful, and it's coming in like this is going to be the reward, and it's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be huge. Okay. All right. And our advice again: cast your nets, choose your battles. Don't get pulled into drama that's not yours, but be very careful in what you're doing. What you're signing, what you're saying, the words that you're using, the message you're trying to get across, the alliances that you're making. Golden goose here. Here's the egg, okay? It's crucial. I feel it, okay? And the outbound is our king of coins. It's financial gain, yes. It's financial security, yes. It's good health, yes. He's cognizant of the value that he has in the world, what he has to contribute, what he has to offer, right? Very charitable person, very archetype of just knows the value of the value, right? It's not about the monetary. It's about what that affords you: good health, good freedom, time, energy, all of the priceless things that monetary affords. Do not have a lack mentality here. You're entitled to everything and anything. You know, a lot of, again, I think too why I've been referencing the slip of a tongue from the priestess. I've been calling her the Empress through all of these readings. The Empress is about not selling yourself short with lack mentality. She's all about abundance. She's about protection. She's about putting no limits on yourself. So don't do that. Don't cast your nets in a fishing pond when you can have the ocean. Honestly, don't drink from a Dixie cup when you are promised a well. Go big, because this is huge. It's huge. So what you plant now is going to grow. Okay, there you go, Aries. I'm almost winded, but I had to get this out in. I hope I didn't offend anyone. I try to, but this is huge. This is huge, like huge. So go do your thing. Go get your word out there. Don't let anything hold you back right now. Don't let anyone strong hold you into a corner. Don't think that'll happen. I think it's huge, Aries. I mean, I think it's huge. And last month I felt the door open, and this month it's like you're going. I don't care what the planets are doing. I read energy and I trust my own energy, and I'm feeling this. So I'm encouraging you to please step into this, even if you're a pessimist. I know I've got some Aries out there who give me the, oh, well, not me. No, I'm telling you, don't pass up this opportunity. That could be why this was such a strong message about fated destiny. This one you've got to grab, okay? This one you're given. But this is, you're being given this too. These are doors to our lives. We've just got to walk through them. This card normally in that other deck has the coin, but it's got that garden in the back with the door through it. That's to your new life. Get there. Walk through the door, okay? Keep your mind where it needs to be and flourish, okay? All right, Aries. I hope you have a wonderful September. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I hope this wasn't so scattered. I was thrilled to deliver it. I may have gotten over rah-rah on it, but I think you got my message, okay? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful September.